Hello, this is a no comic game played on Foxy where White started very chaotic and aggressive, so the Fuseki seems a little bit random in this game. In the end, Black won by resignation, being about 10-15 points ahead at the stage White resigned, so let's check it out. As we can see, White is aggressive right from the beginning. So here Black can block either side, Q17 or R16, but Black could also take the empty corner. If Black plays another move, for example R3 in this corner, it feels like White played the diagonal Fuseki, or Black got the two corners first, and then when White took R17, Black puts pressure at Q16. So now White can extend in the top and go for a Joseki like this. So it's absolutely fine to Tenokizu, but nothing wrong to block. So here Black is blocking the top side to go for the Moyo in the direction of C17. And White's move, it's quite unusual. Normally, White will simply push to expand his eye space towards the side. And we can have all kind of Josekis here. For example, this is a very basic and simple one, and then Black just takes another corner. So White is trying to live in the corner on the spot. It's very good for Black to block like this. If Black goes down to prevent Q18 eye shape, White will just jump out either with a 1-space jump or 2-space jump. So White can easily leave on the side. This cannot be cut. So good decision to block R16. Now here Black can block P18, or Black can play Atari first and then either block the top side at P18 or play a 1-space jump, because now White has to capture the stone in the corner in order to stay alive. And this formation is quite strong for Black, and now Black again can go for the empty corner. Playing this exchange in the corner, the Atari makes White leaving Kote, so it's already a good exchange to have that Atari in place in this particular case. Now in this position, normally Black is supposed to block, but there are several cutting points. So when Black blocks, in order for White to leave, White should play either T17 or R18. And no matter which Atari Black plays, White is already alive in the corner, but then Black has to protect against the cuts on the outside. Now, if White is going for the cuts, immediately this will change the fight a little bit. And there's another cut that White can think about. And in this position, it's a bit tricky because there are some ladders going on. So White can push here, then Atari once, Atari again, turn. Now White will either capture the stones on the right side or set up the ladder. If Black captures two stones here, White will take the stones on the right and leave. And if Black protects on the right side, White will set up the ladder that comes in the direction of the lower left corner. So again, White leaves big in the corner. Therefore, having those cutting points, for Black it's easier to play a 1-space jump. Well, this seems to be a ladder breaker, but Black can just play one Atari here, then 1-space jump. And now, when White cuts, Black extends. White pushes, Black can make a table shape. Anyway, White will leave in the corner, so that's not a big deal. Now this move feels a little bit odd. It's a ladder breaker obviously, so when White cuts here, Black can start the ladder. And it seems to be just fine. But White is not going to cut, so White can just go out with Keima, or respawn locally at F4. And in this case, Black can go for the left side. That's a basic Joseki. But White played a bump. Now this bump is really strange. Sometimes this bump used to be played against a Komoku and a high approach, but only in a very special situation. So Black can go down or Black can go up. Well, when Black goes up towards the center, White will build a pretty large corner, but this way the ladder is still broken. And again, Black can think about the block. The thing is, when Black blocks the corner like that and having those two cutting points, White can even ignore. And when Black plays Atari to kill, White can fight the Ko and still try to live in the corner later on. So black plays one Atari, white connects, and then Tenuki. Actually, black shouldn't Tenuki. Now block again, because if white wants to stay alive, he will answer, make the I shape, and now Tenuki. If white plays away now, this Atari can kill the corner. Well, even if white tries the call, black will capture, and being the early stage of the game, black will capture again. So this Atari, if white connects, black secures the outside like this or like this, and then the corner is just dead. So also the Tenuki, it's a bit strange because on the left side, if white adds another move at c6 or Hane up, it feels a little bit too good locally. So it's pretty big for black to react on the left side. Probably in this case it's good to go c6 and extend for a base. Well, something like that happened in the game. Now white plays a Tengen, also threatening to cut p17, and black protects against the cut. The proper way is to play o17. Also, the one space jump. So when white cuts, black just extends. Then with a one space jump, black can still stress the corner. So if white comes out here to save the cutting stone, then black will block with a nice tiger mount in center and extend for a base on the right side, like this or like this. This kind of move still leaves a little bit of RG around o17. So the proper way is still the tiger mount. Now white plays a Hane, push it center, then black goes down. This is a very big point. So far the Fuseki looks slightly better for black. Now for white, also b5 it's a good block because it gives more territory in the corner and has a follow-up on the left side. So when black extends here, white can push to reduce that space. And if black blocks, white doesn't care about that and takes away the extension, because when black pushes in the corner, white can sacrifice one stone. So b4 was a little bit soft. d10 it's a very good extension. Now white takes another sun, obviously, very modern. This block is good. Now again, white is playing weird. He was supposed to push out. So the turn is very good. White connects. White can actually go out, give up the stone in the corner, and extend to the side. So this would probably be a better deal for white, because the potential on the bottom side is bigger. So white connects. Now here black makes a mistake. S4 descent just allows white escape with the Keima. So white is already blocked on the right side. This R3 is blocked by R4, and the only thing white can do is to play Hane S4. So in this case, black should block P2, because that's the direction for white to go out. Now, in order for white to leave, white needs to play S4, black will block again, white has to play the tiger mount, and now again there are two cutting points on the outside, so black needs to protect those. After black protects O3, even if white cuts at R5, black just extends, and here the fight is fine. Black can leave on the side in both directions, so no problem. And in the corner, locally, there is still a problem. Black can play S1 and start a co-fight to kill the corner. So at some point, white will come back and add another move to stay alive. So the way the co works here in this corner, let's say white plays this, and fix the center. Now when black goes S1, white needs to play S2. Then black will descend, threatening to destroy the eyes from the outside. White blocks T4 and Atari in the corner. This is the co-fight. And of course, this kind of co, black doesn't have to start right away, but later in the game when black has more co-threats. And another way to fight this co is to, if white plays E1, black will Atari from the outside, and when white captures, black takes the other co. So it also reduces the corner to one eye. And if white connects here, black captures the ko, and now white cannot play the Atari from the outside because it's self-Atari. So white still needs to fight the ko. So there's a ko fight in the corner, that's the life and death situation, but first of all, must block P2. Going down here, it's like a double up, where white it's already blocked, so it was some kind of a waste. Now the extension, it's a bit far away. Even that, according to the principle, you have 3 stones, you want to extend 4 spaces ahead, but we can just disregard this S4. So it's normally only 2 stones, R4 and Q4, and the extension has to be around R8 to be proper. So this is a safer move. We can say that S4 descent is just an endgame play. It's like black plays S4, white protects S3. The thing is, when black extends all the way to R9, white can approach R11 and then still invade R7. So in this case, black needs to jump or add another move to stay safe, in which case black played 2 moves instead of 1. So white turns. Black doesn't have to block here. Black can play bigger moves. For example, F16 or invade the bottom side. This creates MI to extend one direction or the other. Or just extend to space on the right. Because if white cuts here, black can always capture that stone in a ladder. And if white plays the Hane, black can play the tiger mount. And again, it's fine. So black blocks with Hane. Hane Nobi, that's fine. Push again. Nobi again is good. Black can also think about the Hane, but it's a bit tricky because of the cut and then another cut. And now there's a double Atari here. So that will be a disaster. Nobi is better. Then white pushes from behind again. But all these pushes by white, they make no sense because the wall is facing R9. So for white it's more interesting to play R11, threatening the invasion, and then play something in the top to reduce that more. So when white pushes here, black extends again to reduce the potential. But this kind of move is not so great because white can connect with a tiger mount and it's pretty centered. Next he can capture the stone, like this. So if white plays a tiger mount, black will play another move to protect either Kosumi or pull back, and then it's a gote. In which case, it's better to play away. There are bigger points, like this one. So white connect is solid, but the tiger mount is the right thing to do. Then black comes back and secures against the invasion. This Hane it's a bit slack. So for white, it's more interesting to enter the top this way. On the Hane, black can just block. Because if white cuts, black will capture. If Atari take, Atari connect. Nothing happens. So the tiger mount, it's a much better deal in this case. Also, if white cuts here, black is not going to play the tiger mount because now white is going to threaten a double snapback. But black can play the double up like this. So when white cuts, Atari, Atari again, and ladder. So this seems a little bit soft. Then white invades the top. Actually the left. But in this case it's still better to enter the top side, because on the top side white can extend for a base. On the left side he's already blocked by d10. So black extends for, this is correct. White goes for a base on the left side, but it's kind of painful to come all the way to d10. The block is very good. White has to go down. And here actually black can put more pressure with a cover. But it's also fine to block, because it keeps the base safe and white is somewhat still under pressure. Now this move is not really necessary. Black's group is strong enough and it's not going to impact white stones in any way. Well, Nobi to step ahead or one space jump, it's fine. But the bottom side is the most open right now, so black should enter right in the middle, because it creates MI between extending left and right. So this move is just too conservative. White doesn't need a Nobi either. It's fine. He can extend on the bottom or invade the top. This is a key point to invade because of the follow-up at e17. So usually black will double up or play a kick move, and then white can extend again. So the Nobi was soft. Then black makes a big extension in the top to enclose that area. The thing is, white can still try this kind of invasion, and if black plays J16, white will try L16, but L16 is not as powerful. Black can sacrifice a stone and connect under. This keeps all the top side. So white extends on the bottom, but probably the spot is still J4, K4 in order to step up to the fourth line. This feels that white has many holes. M3 invasion, H3 invasion. Oh, the attach, very aggressive. On the attach, white usually just goes up. That's good. Hane it's an option too, and after Hane, black has a tougher time. I mean, white can put more pressure here. Also, if white just connects, not to leave. But yeah, playing the no beat is fine. So black extends. Before this extension for a base, black can play a Hane on the second line. This exchange is good, and then jump. Also, black can think about the slide, then go up, and then protect. So now the base is slightly bigger. So here white kicks, very good. Hane, Atari. But this connection doesn't really work. There are lots of cutting points. So black should Hane first and then go up. Either like this or play a tiger mount to create I shape. But this push is actually good because there are cutting points, Hane in the head of two stones. So white either captures a stone or goes up. And then black can extend with Keima. It's a much easier way to fix the group. So white cuts right away, that's a good decision. But white got into a squeeze play. And he could actually... it's hard to avoid the squeeze. But for black, in order to set up the squeeze, should play the shoulder hit, the loose net. So if white pushes, black has to block, then Atari, Atari from behind, Atari again, with or without throw-in, less important in this case, and then connect on the outside against the cut. So this is the right way to squeeze. Black played a Keima, in which case white can just go up. And when black blocks here, white has 3 liberties, so white doesn't have to worry about the capture anymore. So now white hits center to invade the top side. But white turns, and now he's still in trouble. So the right move, it's one space jump. But let's see if there are other options here. So if white captures, black Atari from behind, white can cover, black takes 2 stones, white takes 1 back. Yeah, this is better for white because he will kill this J3 and a lot of surrounding territory, while black doesn't get anything extra in the middle. So white was trying too hard here, and he got squeezed. That's very good. So here, black can play the throw-in and Atari from the outside, just to force white into an ugly shape, and then connect the 2 stones. But those 2 stones can also be sacrificed. Playing this move, white can still cut through. So at least connect like that, and then white needs to protect under. When white plays Atari on 2 stones, black should sacrifice them, because there is a bigger damage on the right, on the lower right area. Like this, white covers, and losing J3, it's more points for white, because the 2 stones, they were only 4 points, and this way black can compensate, damaging the bottom side. But here, black saves the 2 stones, which is 4 points, but loses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus this area. So not a great deal for black in this case. And this move is actually not necessary because black is connected anyway. So let's say black plays in the top to prevent the invasion and white cuts. Now there are 2 ways for black to continue. One is to play Atari and jump, which is a loose, a loose ladder, but it's the wrong direction. It's actually the other net. jump like this, and then push, 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 and turn. This way, white is tight with liberties, so it will never go out. Will be Atari in the end. That's how black should capture. The other one doesn't work, my bad, because of the Atari on J5. So just net like this and push him to the left. So this move protects against the cut, but the cut wasn't working anyway. This move is pretty good. Expands the top. And here is still proper to play h15. Because now if white comes inside like this, it can be dangerous. White played the wrong invasion. Should be still j15. So when black pushes out, black in the end has to block on the third line. So trying to take more points with h14 will end up with less points. That's why it's better to play h15. So push like that. And now I got some minus in the top. Black can play another move here at k14 and g15 dies inside. This is fine. Reduce some points on the bottom. Black should no be again. It's center and it protects against the cutting points. And then jump here. Or push again and then expand the middle. Here the way to protect is to wedge to Hane like this or Nobi, because after that there's a cutting point. So white managed to extract those stones, and here actually black should protect the top side like that. Now white gets inside, and that's a big reducing. Okay, this is all forced. Interesting, why didn't double up here to keep the top broken. Now it's very nice for black to push and cut. And here is a very strange move. White put himself in Atari. I wonder why. Maybe he had an illusion that when he plays that move, he's going to Atari black or something, but there is no reason to play that f15. So once white played here, black should notice the self Atari and just capture. This would be resignation on the spot. So the Atari remains there for quite a long time. Ooh, strange. Black could connect here, and on this Atari just go out. On this Atari connect, and white stones are captured in a net. If Atari here go out, Atari connect, nothing happens on the right side. These are also captured. Some Atari issues this game. So it's Atari on 2 stones, black should protect. Now if white capture the 2 stones, black should capture this group. It was sitting there for a long time. Save 1 stone here, it's really nothing. Normally, okay, we disregard the Atari. At this stage it's bigger to play Kosumi here. So when white is trying to catch a stone in the center, black can push here, then push in the top. Also, the turn here is big, because that capture in the center, it's only 2 points, and white needs to spend 2 moves for capturing 2 points. Then Kosumitsuke here and connect. So white answered. Kosumi here is big. This move, it's actually accepting to be less points. Black should connect solid and make an extra point. So when white blocks here, this will happen. Because normally, if black plays away, white wants to play S11 and connect under, which is going to be Gote, but damages some points. But the thing is, when black defends at R11, white can't play S11 anymore, and from R11, black can push instantly. So there's also a little follow-up, and it gives black more more points. S11 becomes a territory point for black. Like this S11 it's -1 point. Normally here, black should protect S6. So when Atari connect, when Han and block connect, and it's all fine. And like this, if black plays R6, white doesn't go down a T3 in center. Which means later black has the chance to play Han and connect. Otherwise Atari connect, then block, and black needs another move. Actually here is better to connect solid, no more co-threats. Solid the other way. That's big. This is nothing. Atari would work also, because when Atari like this, black goes down, when Atari here, capture, when white goes down, take the two stones. Well, we still forget about the capture here. Dangerous. Normally, black can play Atari here, and then no Sesuji, push again, and block. There are only two liberties. Nothing happens here. So white is all captured and black keeps everything safe. So now it's a ko. And white realized the group is in Atari, so he didn't proceed here. Actually, he should play on the right side, because if black would have seen the Atari, black would capture here long time ago. So even if white spotted the Atari, he should play like nothing happens and later fix it. Because now black will probably play some endgame, then finally white can come back. But anyway, white saw the Atari, black protected, and in the end, white is still behind. What a game. Extremely chaotic, but with many interesting tactics to study. So enjoy the review and see you next time.